In 1996, a strain of influenza A virus was reported in Southeast Asia of the H5N1 subtype. Southeast Asia is not an unusual place for novel viruses to arise, given the large number of people and livestock which live together in close proximity. This strain caused a number of outbreaks throughout the years, which resulted in large numbers of poultry and occasional human deaths. This strain reached the U.S. in the year 2022, spread throughout the United States, and resulted in large poultry losses, which significantly increased the price of eggs. Since 2024, the highly pathogenic avian influenza H5N1 has spread throughout the United States and affected poultry, wild birds, and other animals such as dairy cattle. For now, most human transmission has resulted from people working with infected animals. The strain that is currently in the United States seems to have a lower mortality than other H5N1 viruses in previous outbreaks throughout the world. This is very good news because previous outbreaks have affected almost 1,000 people with a mortality rate of about 50%. As of 2026, the United States has experienced 71 cases and only 2 deaths. Most cases were the result of interactions with dairy cattle, more than half, and the second largest interaction was with poultry. There have been no examples of human-to-human spread. Obviously, a nightmare scenario for a virus is a flu which can spread from person to person, and as the H5N1 strain has been shown to be pathogenic throughout the rest of the world, has a mortality rate of 50%. Here in southeastern New York in the winter of 2026, one can see why there is cause for concern. These Canada geese died, and many in this county were later tested positive as having this avian flu. Since birds migrate, so some birds in this part of the country will migrate to Canada, and birds in the southern U.S., but also then in Latin America, will migrate to this area. There is the great danger that wild birds can spread the virus over large geographic areas and then contaminate both poultry and dairy cows, and then later through them humans. You'll also notice, however, that scavengers can feed on the dead Canada geese. Here is a crow, for example, scavenging these dead carcasses. Mammals and bird scavengers alike can contract avian flu. It can be transmitted to coyotes, foxes, crows, ravens, even bald eagles. So there is the possibility that this virus then causes mortality in diverse animal species. Humans have been advised to be extremely careful when working with the bodies of dead birds, to wear gloves, to wear masks, to even wear eye protection and rubber boots, and to report any incidents of dead birds, especially larger numbers of dead birds, to health authorities.